Hello and welcome to a constructed video on MTG Arena. Today I'm playing a deck that I have played before on this channel, but I love it very much, so I thought why not run it back. This is a God-Pharaoh's Gift deck. It is essentially the only thing in Standard that you could really call a combo deck. We're not planning to end the game super early or even really take control. The goal is to just get one of these on the table and start reanimating big awesome creatures. This deck does not do it with Refurbish. Instead, this is a build based around Gate to the Afterlife. So what we want to do is we want to fill up our graveyard, get lots of creatures in there, then activate this, and get a God-Pharaoh's Gift. Every creature in the deck either enables getting this going, or is awesome to bring back with God-Pharaoh's Gift, or in the case of things like Champion of Wits, they can be both. I guess the only exception here is Walking Ballista. This can, in a pinch, trigger the Gate to the Afterlife, because you play it on 0, it dies, you get your loot, and it's another creature in the graveyard. But mostly this card's just really good. So, yep, that's all I got to say about that. I'm going to be doing a quick constructed, so we don't need to talk about the sideboard. Quick note on that, this deck is so good game 1. If your opponent can't bring in abrades and negates and things like that, it is really difficult for them to beat just this happening on turn 4 or 5. And so I think if you want to grind value on the quick constructed queues, this deck is a good way to go. So I'll be right back, hopping into match 1. Alright, we got a match against an opponent with the Vivian Reed avatar, and we're here to get into it. It's kind of funny because I've played both the Gate to the Afterlife and Refurbish versions of God-Pharaoh's Gift, and I honestly don't know which I like more. Let's see, this hand... I guess this is fine, because we'll get a Minister online, which will hopefully get our Gate to the Afterlife going. We want to find some looting effects, but I think this is good enough. Okay, commune with dinosaurs. Our opponent is doing dinosaur things. Need to be a little careful. Some of the... For instance, this deck doesn't really care about, like, a Carnage Tyrant. Okay, that's irritating, and I wish that weren't happening to me. Well, we have a spare gate, at least, so that's cool. Let me get this Fetid Pools down. But yeah, so, like, a Carnage Tyrant, just like a big monster, is not really that scary. It doesn't really do anything that our deck can't deal with. We can just make a whole bunch of 4/4s and we're fine. What does scare me, though... Oh, that's actually a pretty good draw. So we'll go ahead, play our Stitcher Supplier. We hit 3 creatures. Awesome. But yeah, like, there's, like, the Needletooth Raptor, the one that shoots your guys for 5 whenever it is enraged. If they get down... So, I think I'm just going to play this Gate to the Afterlife and pass. I can block with the Stitcher Supplier and mill more cards. Minister of Inquiries mills more cards. And one of the things that's kind of messed up about this deck is, if my opponent pulls the trigger down, blows up the Gate to the Afterlife, I have spares. And if they wait and let me activate this and get a gift and then blow it up, these can get gates out, or gifts out of the graveyard. So, like, the fact that I only have 2 gifts in my deck really doesn't matter because I can keep grabbing the same one. See what my opponent probably does. What my opponent tries to do. Okay, that's fair enough. And this is cool. So, Gate to the Afterlife lets me loot. What did I hit? I hit some more creatures. Cool. I will take action. And like I mentioned, I can get these out of my graveyard. So ditching that Gate to the Afterlife is just... or God-Pharaoh's Gift is just free. Like, this basically just drew me a card when my Supplier died. And that's really neat. Block, no blockers. I'm gonna get my usage out of this Minister. My opponent does. If they don't leave a mana up, they're basically just dead, because I'm going to get my God-Pharaoh's Gift, and then... Okay. They pulled the trigger earlier than they had to. Even if I activate this on my turn, there's still a window to blow up the God-Pharaoh's Gift before I get a creature, so they should have forced me to use that mana. But, oh well, it doesn't really matter. I forgot to activate my Minister of Inquiries. Whoops. I don't think that's going to matter this game, but it could, and that would be sad. I would look pretty dumb. Okay, big dumb monster. This is what I was talking about. This type of creature could not be more irrelevant against what we're doing. If my opponent had 3 of them right here, we would still maybe be able to stabilize. Block, no blockers. Okay, remember to do this time. Cool. Get more free stuff. Oh, that's neat. Not really useful, but go ahead and do this. I will grab the one out of my... I'll grab the one out of my library, just so I don't have to draw it. Combat. I don't know why. Maybe it's just programmed to go highest CMC first, but I do love that it puts the Angel first, because I like getting the Angel. The Angel is usually the correct decision. I'm going to go ahead and just play this for 1. And if I draw a land, the game is even more over than it is right now, because I'll be able to play and crack another gate to the Afterlife next turn. But, okay, sure. Opponent has the potential to draw a bunch of cards. I don't think those cards are going to matter. I think I am actually going to block to kill this Monstrosaur. Whoa. Okay, arena looking a little buggy, but that's fine. I believe I'm blocking with the correct 3 creatures. This Minister of Inquiry is about to outlive its usefulness, because I'm going to use my last energy milling myself. So, I'm totally fine with trading a 2/3 and a servo for a charging Monstrosaur. So, let's see, going to my turn. We hit a tapped land, but honestly that's fine, because I don't need another gate here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this Hostage Taker and get this guy out of the way. So now, go to combat, go ahead and bring back another Angel. Let's see, yeah, okay. Opponent concedes, probably rightly so, because that game was really over. Good start. Hop into the next game shortly. Alright, hopping into game 2. This time against Jaya Ballard. Yeah, it's kind of funny, because games... This hand has problems, but I think I'm going to keep it. 3rd land, and it does really get going. But anyway, yeah. Quick constructed games tend to go like that last one. If your opponent's just playing some kind of slightly slow creature deck, you just kind of unapologetically run them over. On the other hand, if your opponent's playing a control deck... Oh, Sulphur Falls is interesting. Things can go much worse, because we have a bunch of slow sorcery speed threats that don't really do much on their own. Okay. I think I'm going to ditch a gate. And, this is really interesting. Go with the Walking Ballista. I might get punished for this decision. I'm hedging. I don't think my opponent's on a proper control deck, because they usually wouldn't be playing red. They're usually blue-white or Esper. And so I want to save the Hostage Taker. I need the additional land. If they are playing a control deck, these are the cards I want, so... that was interesting. I get a Swamp, I don't think it really matters there. Okay. Opponent was fixing their own mana. Okay, so they are playing Grixis, so I probably do want to ditch this Hostage Taker, actually. Yep, take the action. Cool. I will ditch a Hostage Taker, since I think it's bad, and I will get rid of one of the Angels of Invention. This means I have a reanimation target, but can still hardcast the other one, which is cool. If my opponent does not have a counterspell next turn, I think we'll be in good shape, because I can gate and bring back an Angel. That's probably too much pressure to deal with. Even if they leave up mana, I am going to go for it anyway, because I don't want them to cleanly resolve a Glimmer of Genius. Oh, I just realized that I don't have double white for my Angel. That is unfortunate. Oh well. Still gonna jam into it, because as I said, don't want them to have a chance for a Glimmer. Okay. Oh, I don't have enough creatures yet. I'm dumb. That's funny. Got 3? Oh my. Sure. Little sad that the card's gone forever, but... Oh, the creature didn't die, so I don't get to loot. That's a little sad. Oh, they used up their energy, though. They don't have double black anymore. Okay. Sacrifice a creature, that's fine. Yep, I'll go ahead and loot. I will ditch this, since I can't cast it. See, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if I play this Champion of Wits, I actually will be able to activate Gate this turn, which seems great. I will get rid of... I'm going to get rid of Chupacabra because I don't want it in my hand, and I'm actually going to get rid of Kitesail Freebooter because I want to go ahead and... I want to reanimate this turn. Library... Gift... Because the Freebooter is less pressure, but it is disruption, so if my opponent has an Abrade or something like that, I can get rid of it. Oh my. Do I care about this? They are still several lands off, so I don't know how much that matters. I don't think this card matters at all, so I guess I take Vraska's Contempt. Go ahead, I'll attack. What I do have to do is next turn I gotta be sure. I've got to discard a card here. I'll get rid of Minister, because it doesn't matter. I do need to make sure to reanimate my... Oh, I have 2 angels in here. My opponent is going to get an Angel of Invention. That's a little irritating. Maybe I should have taken the Bolas.
If it's a challenge you want,
Okay, sure.
I see a weakness.
This ability doesn't really matter at all. She'll go up to 4, get cleanly answered by one of my 4/4s. Well, it is sometimes better to be lucky than good. Although, because next turn they're going to reanimate one of my creatures, they could get, like, my Ravenous Chupacabra and kill this and get something back. I suppose it's better to force them to do that than to give them an angel, though, so... Go ahead and Kitesail Freebooter. Take the Bolas. I'm gonna play a Trophy Mage. It didn't matter when I did this, but... Yep, take action. I want to be able to get my other gift soon. Now, I'll just go ahead and get an Angel of Invention. I'll go ahead and make servos. I will clear there. Kill here. So, yeah. Clear Saheeli, hit them for 8. Have pretty overwhelming board state. My opponent's best play is probably to reanimate my Chupacabra, kill this, and then play Bolas, but I don't even know what the Bolas does here. Like, kills my Angel, I'll just reanimate another one and kill them. I think I've got this one. It's funny, I talked about control decks, how they could be a problem. The thing is, my opponent didn't see a single counterspell this game, and if you don't do that, then... Okay, Hostage Taker. This is sort of the same, except this is a 2/3, I guess? No, they're getting rid of... Oh yeah, I forgot that it's even the little Hostage Taker that had the Bolas. That's kind of brutal. Like, I still get to keep my 5/5. Okay. Big man comes down. Presumably to do dragon things. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting Hail Mary because... Well, it could have gotten a God-Pharaoh's gift, but they didn't have anything good to reanimate. But I do appreciate the effort instead of just doing something that definitely leaves them on board. So yeah, that was an easy one. I'll be back with the next game. Okay, coming into game 3. I'm not sure exactly how many games I'm going to play with this deck. I might just play until I lose. As has been obvious the last couple games, this hand is excellent. The deck is very powerful when it works, but sometimes it does have a fail rate. Like, an aggro deck, unless you mulligan to 4, your deck's going to do the same thing every game. You are never just going to fall apart and do nothing at all. This deck sometimes falls apart and does nothing at all. Okay, Forest is a good sign. I'm good at beating decks that start with basic Forest. I don't actually know how good this is against, like, the Bant Nexus deck, the Turbo Fog type thing. Slightly less good hit. We're only up to 3 creatures. That's fine, though. We have time. Another basic Forest. Okay. Wonder exactly what my opponent's doing. Oh well. I think I'll go ahead and send in with 1. I'm fine with this guy dying, but I also want to have a blocker. Oh, we did not have a great mill there. Oh boy. Got a couple turns to hit a land before things start getting really bad. Okay, this is probably just the mono green punch your face deck, which I think we should be pretty favored against. I'm actually not going to block here. We're a couple turns off from activating this anyway. Now I'll get a loot off of this, and I think it's likely my opponent plays something big enough that I want to block the Ronas, because Ronas does not have trample, so I'm actually saving 5 damage by blocking there. Let's see. Currently have 1, 2, 3, 4. This will put us up to 5. I can even loot and pitch the Ballista for a guaranteed 6. So if my opponent attacks here, we're going to get a gate. Hopefully they don't have a Thrashing Brontodon. That would be upsetting. This is much more beatable for me. Like I said, we get to save 5 damage here, which is great. I think it matters. I guess if I mill first, I know whether or not I have to loot a creature. I do not, but I think I'm probably going to anyway. Hold on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now I know I can loot this useless gift away. So it did matter, as it turned out. That's neat. Gotta go ahead and crack this right now. Library, graveyard, there we go. Okay, we had both in there. Now, what do I want to do with this? This is actually pretty interesting. I think I do this just to avoid getting blown out by, like, a Blanchwood armor or something like that. I think I'm now very likely to win the game. I just need to not get run over and die in, like, the next 2 turns. So, I'm going to play conservatively. Totally, I'm very glad to get this out of the way. These are all very scary cards, though, so... do I attack? No, I think I threaten the block on the Steel Leaf, or even here. Okay. 12-12, that's cool. Sure. They don't have any energy yet, so this is just going to pick itself back up. I'm pretty lucky that they didn't hit a 5th land here. The Verdurous Gearhulk could have given me a lot of trouble. Just going to block here. Okay, they get their Blossoming Defense back, which is a little irritating, but I think I'm likely to be fine. I really wish I had a way to get this in the yard. I'm probably... Let's decide exactly what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to Hostage Taker, and I'm going to get rid of Ghalta, because Ghalta will kill me. Hell, I'm not even going to be that far off from being able to get my own Ghalta before too long. Oh, I have a Champion of Wits. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Yep, take action, draw lots of cards. I'm going to go ahead and bin the Angel of Invention and another Champion of Wits. Again, I'm not going to attack. I think I just want to play this really conservatively. End the turn. Next turn, I can reanimate an Angel of Invention and just have a billion power, and then I'll be able to play the opponent's Ghalta off the Hostage Taker. So I think we've mostly stabilized here. Interesting. I wonder why they didn't just play the Vine Mare instead. Okay, so how do I want to block here? I think I'm just going to trade here and take 7. Oh, they have the Blossoming Defense. This isn't a trade. Oh, whoops. Oh well. Okay, that was dumb, but it took their whole turn. So let's see. Do this. I'm going to need 2 mana for Ghalta, which means I have 4 other mana to work with. So... Or wait, I can spend it as though it's any color. So can I get this down to 0? I don't actually know how that works, but I want to find out. So, go to combat, get my Angel of Invention. Get a couple servos. Then we go to combat. I don't think I'm going to attack. I need to avoid dying to just this pumping here. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So can I cast this for 0? No, I can't. Alright. So, colorless does not affect this, I guess. Oh well. That was a really weird situation. I've never had that come up before, but oh well. Just go ahead and end my turn. Oh, I should have attacked with this. That was just wrong. I forgot that this gets haste. What the hell? Oh my. So now, yeah. I just said that I need to be careful of this pumping this, but I just remembered that I have a 13-13. Oh boy. Hopefully it just showcases how strong the deck is, that I can worry over a bunch of things that don't matter and make some mistakes, and that game was still really not close. Alright, getting into game 4. I really don't feel good about that last game. That's just kind of funny how I was not focused on the things that mattered. I was making mistakes, but not realizing how incredibly ahead I was anyway. I think we're finally gonna have to mulligan. This is not doing it. This hand kinda sucks, but it's got Minister, an Island, and any black source gets a Stitcher going, so I think I'm supposed to keep this, if only because 5s are so bad. Okay, Beaumont Courier. I'm glad to have a Minister of Inquiries. If I can hit some lands and then reanimate one of these, well, this is the best draw I could have that's not a land. But yeah, you can get like a turn 4 Angel of Invention. The red matchup is very easy. The problem is they can kill you very quickly. Oh no! I need like a Concealed Courtyard right now. Well, oh yeah, I was like, why do I have priority? But I realized it's because I could cast a Walking Ballista on 0 if I so desired. Okay, that is... I was thinking, oh man, they're gonna play Chain Whirler and there'll be so much pressure, but this is worse, so... Oh boy. Okay. Looks like we might be dying. Well, I'm very likely to lose this game, and if I do, I think I'll play one more, because this game just kind of sucks. Yeah, we're super dead. I'll go ahead and just concede that, and we can get right into the next one. Alright, the 5th and, as I have declared it, final game. Finally have a Chandra Mirror. We have encountered a worthy opponent. They're going first, but oh well. Let's hope for anything like those first 3 games instead of like that last one. This hand is much better than last time. It's interesting because technically the deck can get going with just these self-mill cards like this and Minister of Inquiries, but you really want a mix of this and the looting effects because of this. When you draw this, you want it to go away. I think I'm going to attack because the most likely creature my opponent could play is a Goblin Chain Whirler, which just kills this anyway. They play an On-Crop Crasher, I'll feel dumb. Okay, yep. Goodbye, Stitcher Supplier. Go ahead and mill a bunch of cards. What do we got? Well, we have 5 creatures, so we are on the path. Unfortunately, I did not play the Rivulet, and so this is going to have to enter tapped. Ugh, that's really ugly, actually. Alright. So I'm going to play this, take a pain here to Champion of Wits. And I will bin both of these, because they're both terrible. These as my last lands were not great draws. I could have just run out the gate, but I don't really love how vulnerable that leaves me. Do I just block? I think I'm just gonna go ahead and block. Save as much damage as possible. Okay, they didn't play anything. Hope this doesn't get abraded. If my opponent has, like, 2 or more abrades, I'm probably going to lose this game. Yeah, that's bad for me. What I can do this next turn to shore things up a little bit is I'll play the Courtyard tapped, hold the Gate to the Afterlife so I'll be able to play it, activate it in 1 turn, and Chupacabra can get rid of this Chain Whirler, and then also just block. Huh. Well, that's interesting. Now, do I do that, or do I just... Because I got enough creatures, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. So... yeah, I'm just gonna slam it. Graveyard. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So, we have our pick of the litter here. What do we want to do with it? I'm not actually sure. I think I'm just going to Hostage Taker, and I'm going to get this Hazoret off the table. And then it's a little awkward because I'm still behind, but I'm going to attack here because I think my blocks are very bad. With this Soulscar Mage, my opponent can shrink my Hostage Taker and likely just destroy it with any of these. Like, if I block, I'm probably not even going to get either of these out of it. Oh, well, this is... I guess this is still good that I attacked, but... I'm going to be taking a lot of damage here. Oh, but they didn't have another card. Okay. Well, if they have an Abrade, then I'm kind of dead, but they made a big mistake. I think, though, I might just be in good shape here. I'm going to go ahead and play this. I have to use my energy. This is an interesting question, because if I create servos, another Chain Whirler blows me out, and I'm in a lot of trouble. But if I put some counters on, I'm more dead to, like, a Lightning Strike. I think that might be fine, though. I'm gonna go ahead and do this. That wasn't great, so I'll go ahead and pitch an island and... Freebooter, I guess? I don't know if that was correct. Now, do I attack? I don't think so. This is a little awkward. I might be screwing this game up. Okay, that's what I like to see. I didn't want to see, like, a removal spell. They might. Okay. Well, I'm glad they haven't had artifacts for any of these. I am going to block the Chain Whirler. Okay, if I block Hazoret and take 5, I go to 5, and I'm not dead to anything, basically anything. So I'm actually going to do this. I don't want to die to a shock. I changed my mind halfway through as I did the math. The fear of death got to me. So let's see. Play a Drowned Catacombs. I can tap this for blue to play a Minister. Can tap for black and colorless for a Glint-Sleeve Siphoner. Then I can Chupacabra, kill the Chain Whirler. Now, my opponent was so kind as to put one of these in my graveyard. So now I can make servos, have all the creatures in the world, and get in and gain a bunch of life. Okay, I think that was... This last turn cycle was the crucial one. If my opponent had had, like, an extra removal spell to just kill me, I would have been super dead. Okay, Chandra is a little scary. This is one of the better cards my opponent could have here. Yep. That's fine. Okay. Definitely chump blocking Hazoret. I think I want to kill these two as well. God. This interface is kind of miserable right now. And then... Sure, I'll double block Soulscar. I would have liked to activate this Minister to dig for another Angel, but I think this is fine. Hopefully they don't have a shock here. That would end kind of badly for me. Yep. Oh, they left this alive. Wow, okay. So do I have anything great to reanimate? Not really. So I'm going to go ahead and mill myself. Oh! Well, that's what I like to see. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and cycle this, because if I hit a gate, I could get a second gift, and that would be awesome. This is approximately as awesome. I will go to combat. Go ahead and get this hostage taker, so I don't have to deal with this Hazoret anymore. Okay, now going to combat. Yeah, okay, opponent conceded. I was going to clear Chandra, chunk them for 5, and have a pretty dang good board. So yeah, 4-1. Most of the games extremely not close. Really shows just how good this deck was. I'll talk to you all next time.